Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is a topic dealing with an individual who has spent the last 24 years and 4 months in the Tennessee correctional system, 16 of those years on death row. And of course we're talking about Mr. Richard Simon, who is partially visually impaired. I'm not exactly sure, Richard, whether we would say that you are partially visually impaired or that you are entirely visually impaired. But the fact is that you do not have all of your sight. Is that true in reference to that?
That's true. I'm severely visually impaired. Totally blind in my left eye, and a small amount of vision in my right eye.
And of course, Richard, let me thank you for being willing to come by and to talk to us this morning about some of the things that have been important in your life. I think, as we said when we introduced you, that you had spent 16 years on death row, and I certainly want to thank you for being willing to come by and to share some of those experiences with us. Let's start off by talking about some of the things in your life that eventually led you to the situations you found yourself in, Richard.
Well, Doctor, my life parallels like many other people we see on the news today. You start out as a young kid being rebellious, you know, trying to have some fun, and before you know it, you know, you done got out of control. You have no self-respect, no respect for the law, no respect for your parents. Because I was raised by a single parent. My father died when I was 5 years old. So my mother raised 3 kids by herself. And with her trying to work and trying to keep us out the project, so to speak, we had a lot of free time on our hand. I think the term now is called latchkey kids.
Latchkey kid.
Yeah, so I think I was one of those kids. And I grew up, I thought normally. But when you crash out like I did and end up in prison, it's abnormal living. And so I just grew up with very little, I had a good guidance system with my mom because she was a church-going lady. She worked hard. But with me being, I guess, a young man with no role model in the house, so to speak, because my mother never remarried, I was kind of fending